Well, hey there, it's Greggy Soriano, and welcome to another episode of Greggy's Digest. If you're into satisfying cake decorating videos just like this, please click on the subscribe button and ring-a-ding-ding that little bell to get notifications every time I post a new video. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make a watercolor ruffle cake made out of wafer paper and other media like fondant. This cake is a bit avant-garde with tons of texture and so much fun to make, and you're going to learn all these tips and tricks right here today on Greggy's Digest. First, we're starting off with a 6-inch round cake, 6 inches in height, and we're going to cover that in buttercream and put it to the side. And we're grabbing a sheet pan lined with parchment paper, and we're grabbing some fondant as well. So right here we're adding our spiky element to our little sculptural work that we're going to do on top of our cake. And right now I'm making little stamen-like, well, these are the larger versions, so they're not little. These are the largest versions of little tadpole-y slash rope type of little sculptures that we're making. And basically you want to make them in tons of different variations and sizes. So some of them have rounded tops and some of them have really pointed tops. And these ones I'm making right now have a little bit of a Q-tippy type of top to it. I had this vision in my head the other day of something that had tons of ruffle and texture and movement and flow. I say this all the time because I'm just obsessed with that type of aesthetic. And so right now I'm actually making a giant Q-tippy looking thing. And I'm just doing what I organically feel. I'm just letting my hands do the work and seeing what manifests out of it. Right now I'm making little chubbies, so these ones are a little bit short and stubby. And right now I'm getting some sculpting tools, and these are ball tools that I'm going to grab one of the little chubby chubs, and I'm going to poke it right on the top to create a little bit of a hole. And I wanted something to be a little bit sea inspired slash unicorn inspired and very fantasy like. And this is a little crevice that I'm putting into the little chubbies. Now I'm grabbing this kind of sculpting tool. It kind of has like a star-like type of texture to it. And this creates this kind of look, and I'm thinning out the ends, creating a lot more movement and life to it. Whenever creating sugar details for a cake, you always want to think about making different sizes and shapes and variations and different types of ways they move. So think about the movement. Some will look beautiful going to the left, some will go beautiful going to the right, laying down, in all those different variations so that you have options when you put them onto the cake. And right now I'm grabbing some wafer paper and some gel paste colors and some vodka. This is a tincture bottle which I love to have. I have several of these that I love to have, tons of clear alcohols inside that I like to use for painting on my cakes with. And right now I'm folding the wafer paper and I'm just creating different types of circular shapes. Not really amoebic, but not perfect circles as well. And again, just like our little sugar pieces, you want to create different sizes and variations. I'm grabbing another sheet of wafer paper and I'm rolling it and creasing it just like this. And now I'm grabbing my scissors and I'm cutting almost to the end where the fold is. And you just don't want to cut too far, and you want kind of long pieces, and you'll see why later on. And basically we're making some beautiful fringe. Alright, so we got our Mama Bear round cutouts and our Papa Bear cutouts. And our Baby Bear cutouts. I also made some plain strips, just like this, and our fringe. Now you're going to want to grab some pink gel paste and your flat brush, and we're going to mix it with some vodka. And whenever you paint watercolor like this, you definitely want to use an alcohol versus water because the alcohol actually evaporates, which makes it perfect for this application. Not only does it dry whenever you do any type of watercolor painting on a cake, but what makes it nice is that it doesn't get icky and gross and super tacky, and if you do use water, it tends to dissolve and you're not going to get the movement and ruffle texture that you want to achieve. What we're doing right now is a dual purpose. Not only are we tinting it with the watercolor, but we are also creating moisture and making it pliable for us to create that beautiful ruffle texture and movement. Here it is up close, and what I love about it is that it wilts as it dries, and it looks like really pretty, almost petal-like type of pieces, and I just love it, and I'm just obsessed with this watercolor effect as well. And it does completely dry out, and it dries pretty fast, so you do kind of want to manipulate it and make it the way you want to make it look before it dries. Right now I'm doing a peach color with some lemon yellow and using a little bit of the fuchsia or pink that I used earlier. Now we're tinting our fringe in the different colors, and I am very lightly brushing it. I'm not being very generous with the color because A, I love the way it looks like that, and B, it tends to be very delicate because of the little tiny pieces, and if you put too much, it totally dissipates, and you will end up with no fringe at all. So just lightly brush it, and with this, I actually painted the entire piece, and it does make it very malleable, but I did it very, and I mean very lightly, so that it becomes pliable for me to make a beautiful ruffle as well. Oh my god, Gorginacia! With this piece, I added a little bit of yellow to the teal, and it creates a little bit of a green color, which I love, and it totally just brings everything all together, and you're going to see how it's done later. So now we're grabbing our cake, and now we're putting it all together. Always start with your fairly larger and taller pieces, and when you do like a C formation like this, you want to make sure it's more fuller and lush in the middle and create the gradient effect in size towards the ends. So you definitely want them to be a lot smaller on the ends, and I'm going to shut my little bokeh and have you have your little satisfying cake decorating moment. See you in a bit. Enjoy! As you can see, I'm finishing it off with some edible gold leaf, and you could totally go without it, but I think it takes it from drab to fab, and I did not use that. Yeah, but it literally does take it from drab to fab. I think it seriously adds a lot of beautiful contrast to the matte watercolor wafer paper, and it adds a little bit of a different type of look. And there we have it, our watercolor wafer ruffle cake. Oh my gosh, say that 5 times fast, guys. Watercolor wafer ruffle cake, watercolor wafer ruffle cake, watercolor wafer ruffle cake. Thank you guys so much for watching. It literally means the world to me that you guys are actually watching my videos and commenting as well. If you're a silent watcher, first of all, shame on you. Please click the subscribe button and ring-a-ding-ding that little bell to get notifications every time I post a new video. And it's summertime and it's starting to get a bit hot out right now, so please comment down below and tell me what your favorite ice cream flavor is and where it's from, and maybe I'll try it. I'll talk to you later. Bye! Click right on my face to subscribe, click on the video to view my last episode on the right, and get your subscription to Caker's Crate at GreggySoriano.com.